Now, the housing crisis. It's a problem, right? We don't have enough housing. Rents are very high and going even higher. Interest rates are still going to go higher. New home buyers can't get into the market, and the politicians don't seem to get it. This remains the great Australian dream, surely. People need somewhere to live, and most of us aspire to owning our own home. Whether it's an apartment or a suburban block, it's our refuge and our major long-term investment. Labor, surprise, surprise, thinks big government is the solution. They want to take $10 billion of taxpayers' money and build more social housing. And typically, Labor types are talking about higher taxes too, with backbenchers pushing to get rid of capital gains breaks and negative gearing. These are the rules that make investments in housing so attractive to so many people. So this immediately has got the Treasurer on the defensive, not wanting to rule anything in or out.
Well, we've got a broad and ambitious housing policy, and we want to see it pass the Parliament. So we've already got a broad and ambitious housing policy. It's focused on building more homes. Our housing policy is broad and comprehensive.
Yeah, but what about negative gearing? The Prime Minister just wants to knock that story right on the head.
Would you consider revisiting negative gearing policy ahead of the election?
No.
So you're completely ruling it out?
I think that was a pretty clear answer. The government's position is very clear.
Yeah, hey presto, this is a political gift for Peter Dutton, of course, because he understands what investment properties mean to the economy and to Australian families.
If you don't have investment properties, renters don't have accommodation to rent. Let's be very clear about it. And for mums and dads who save and as part of their retirement income, they put some money aside, they buy a rental property, they rent it out, and that's supplementing their income, particularly for people that don't have a big superannuation balance. That is a perfectly legitimate investment for them to make.
Yeah, indeed. And it's also obvious, isn't it? If we need more houses, the answer is not to tax them more. Quite the opposite, in fact. Australia needs more people investing in housing for themselves and for others. And we need governments cutting red tape, reducing planning controls and not imposing tax burdens. But Labor typically sees bigger government and higher taxes as the answer. Perhaps if they're so keen on taxes, the thing to tax is empty houses, not the ones being put to good use. Some major city councils are concerned now that about 10% of all houses in their areas are unoccupied, and they want taxes imposed or higher rates to discourage this. It's already happening in Victoria. Lots of houses are empty, of course, because they're holiday homes by the beach, or people are away for long periods, or they're waiting to sell them. But there are many homes, too many it seems, that are purchased by people overseas and left vacant for all kinds of reasons. I don't know if taxes are the answer here, but maybe stricter controls on overseas purchases would be more useful. But with 1 million houses sitting empty in this country on any given day during a housing crisis, making better use of just 10 or 20% of them might make a whole lot of sense and help tens of thousands of Australians.